Welcome to Class on CS in UK. Yesterday we were discussing about a response of a second order system for a unit step input. So we consider the closed loop transfer function of a second order system given by CFS by RFS. This is a standard second order transfer function omega n square divided by a square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. So this is the expression for this standard second order system. Hope I am audible. Okay, let me just minimize this.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine. Of course, we saw that we actually defined few terms for this particular second order system where omega n we defined and zeta we defined, and we also defined one more term, that is omega d, which is equal to 1 minus zeta square into omega n. So we could actually find out the actual roots of this characteristic equation, which is found out to be minus zeta into omega n plus or minus j omega n under root of 1 minus zeta square. So these were the roots of this second order system. We actually also saw that as the value of zeta varies from between 0 and 1, how does a second order closed loops will be taking their position. So they can be here from plus j omega into minus j omega, and this is the pole position. When will the pole position at plus j omega and minus j omega? So when will that happen? And when does the poles will be repeating at minus zeta omega, or when it will be exactly at minus omega? May know from one of you, for what value of zeta, the poles will be at plus j omega and minus j omega, and for what value of zeta, the poles will be repeating at minus omega n. We know the value of zeta at which the poles will be over here, and at what value of zeta the poles will be repeating at minus omega n. Anybody? So we discussed that one yesterday. So we said that as the pole started moving from one point to the point, as the value of zeta varies from 0 to 1, where does the poles be located? So we saw that in this particular transfer function, if zeta is equal to 0, we will end up with this as 0, and this will become just 1. So then this will be plus or minus j omega. So when the value of zeta is equal to 0, the poles will be at plus j omega and minus j omega. If the value of zeta is equal to 1, then we'll have this term will go off. Then we're going to have minus omega and minus omega as the two poles which are repeating at minus omega. If the value of zeta is between 0 and 1, then the poles will be at the appropriate point on this semicircle, where the real part happens to be minus zeta into omega n. The imaginary part happens to be j omega n under root of 1 minus zeta square. So that's what is the real and the imaginary part of the roots. Is that is fine? So I'm just trying to understand whether are you all thorough with the pole position, the closed loop position, closed loop pole position as the value of zeta changes from 0 to 1. This will be the pole position at minus plus or minus j omega, and if zeta is equal to 0, this is 0. When zeta is equal to 1, they are repeating on minus omega n point. And if it is between that, it will be there hanging around on this semicircle path with the real part as minus j omega n, minus zeta omega n, and the imaginary part will be omega n under root of 1 minus zeta square. So what was the definition? What was the naming of what is this omega n called as? What was that omega n called as? Yesterday we just discussed that. Hello. What is that omega n is called as?
The free oscillation frequency, sir.
Okay, of course, this
Never
is
damping, undamping.
undamped, of course, it is also called as natural frequency of oscillation, because that omega n is actually natural frequency of oscillation, and zeta is defined as
The depend or damping ratio. Right?
damping ratio or damping factor. Omega d was defined as, so of course
The
it is,
damped oscillation.
of course it is called as damped natural frequency. This D stands for damping here. Okay, and then we also understood that the if at all if a system having omega n square plus s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square as its transfer function, if you apply a step input, of magnitude for unit step input, we will end up with a response which is of something like this. So this is diode, this is with respect to time. We call this as time response. Time response of a system, which is in a order. So then we wrote the expression for C of t as equal to 1 minus e power minus zeta omega nt divided by 1 minus zeta square sine of omega dt plus theta, where theta was defined as cos inverse of zeta. So suppose if this is the, of course, this equation is valid for only values between 0 and 1. So this equation is not valid for a second order system where the value of zeta is other than these two ratios. Even this is not valid for zeta equal to 0, and it is not valid for zeta equal to 1. It is in between that. It will be an oscillatory one, and it is dying out. So that's how the expression is here. And with this expression, we define so many parameters here. So one is said to be rise time, other is peak time, and then there is a peak overshoot, and then we define some settling time,
Yeah.
Ts.
Yes, sir.
So when it comes to rise time, it is pi minus theta by omega d. And of course, as I said, I'm not going into the details of derivation of all these things, which is there in any of the textbook. We're not going for, as we know, we won't give too much value for deriving the things, because you people will be just hanging on to that derivation only. So just to take out from that hanging, so it is PR is equal to pi minus theta by omega d, and these are the expressions.
Yes,
And especially for the settling time, we got two bands of settling time, that is 2% tolerance or 5% tolerance. Naturally, for lesser tolerance, you're going to have more time, which will be given by 4 pi zeta omega, and for 5%, it is this. And we have an expression for the maximum overshoot, which is a function of zeta,
Zeta.
So just to move on with one more time response concept. So we know that we have systems responding, because when it comes to time response, so assume that you have a system, system here. So this is a system of certain order, and then you have an input given here, and you have an output. So this is with respect to time. So assume that you are applying at t is equal to 0, you are applying some input. It can be a step input, it can be a ramp input, or it can be a what?
Unit impulse.
Unit impulse. So these are all called as standard test inputs.
Yes, sir.
So whenever we apply such type of input, how does the behavior of the circuit? How does the behavior of the circuit in terms of its output? So
Yes.
we categorize the time response, because since it is with respect to time, we categorize this into two divisions. One is called as transient response.
Response.
Other is
Yes,
called
sir.
as steady state response. Steady state
State.
response. So transient response is valid from t is equal to 0, at which you apply the signal. So it is from t is equal to 0. Initially, you will have some turbulent in the output response, and once it settles down, we have a steady state.
Yes, sir.
So steady state is like, okay, as t tends to infinity, what is its final attainment of the levels? So that is what is something like called as steady state.
Yes,
And
sir.
this transient, so as you know here, this is a transient response.
Yes, sir.
This is a time response, but we still say this is a transient response. This is immediately at t is equal to 0, you are trying to understand, okay, how does the system behaves. And
Yes, yes, sir.
as t tends to infinity, you can see it's almost settling down. It's almost settling
Yes,
down.
sir.
You can say this is like a steady state response. And
Yes, sir.
this is a transient response. For any circuit for that matter, time response can be divided into
Two
depending on
port.
the time at which you are looking at. If you are looking for the initial time period of response, then we call it as transient response. If you are looking at further later time, so then we call it as steady state response. Steady
Yes,
state
sir.
response. So whatever these expressions what we have obtained or what we will be using will be for the transient
Transient.
response. Initially, how does the system behaves?
Yes,
Next,
sir.
what we have something called as
Response.
steady state response. So in this steady state response, we are looking at, because whatever the system you have, because maybe in the initial class we said that how you define a control system. Control
It
system
has
is one.
both
It
input and output to be
it
bounded.
should give a desired output. Desired output should be your input. Assume that,
Yes, sir.
okay, you come to SIT to have a very good placement, active placement, or very good learning, all those things. At the
Yes, sir.
outcome of 4 years, if you're not meeting, then there is an error.
Yes,
So what is the error after 4 years? Maybe after 5 years. What is the error? Suppose if you're not meeting that expectation, then the error is there. If you are
yes, sir.
meeting that expectation, there is no error. So this steady state response, we, instead of looking at response, we look at what is the error. Steady state error. So what is the error in the output voltage from the expected value? You have an actual value and you have an expected value. So if there is a difference between the expected and the actual, then we say there is an error at the final state. At the final state. When I say final state, it is at t tending to infinity. At t tending to infinity. So we will be looking at what is steady state error of systems. Steady state error of systems for various inputs. Assume that you have a system here. You have a system. For this, if I give a step input, it may respond fine. If I give a ramp input, its response may be
It
different.
won't.
If I give
Yes,
a
sir.
parabolic input, its response will be different.
Yes,
So
sir.
I want to see whether this system behaves equally or behaves such that there is no error for any type of input. Any type of input. So why we consider this step input, ramp, or a parabola is, so let me just give a example of a rocket being launched. So assume that you have a rocket that is being launched here. Now, when the rocket is at steady state, sorry, when it is at before it being fired,
Yes,
so
sir.
initially it is what at rest. So we
Yes,
know
sir.
that whenever the engines fire up, so can you see there is a step input like thing applied? So
Yes, sir.
initially there is a jerk.
Running.
So this is okay. Assume that this is a system. It has been given a step input.
Yes,
So
sir.
we know that whenever you actually switch on this, it's like, okay, sudden switch on, the system should rise. System should rise. Suppose that's what is the expectation. Suppose if this doesn't rise, if it falls off, then there is an error.
Yes, sir.
So I want to see whether this system can respond with steady state error 0. Meaning this is expected to rise at a certain level whenever I apply such type of input. So I'm
Yes,
just
sir.
testing whether it is behaving the expected value. So once the error is 0, then I will apply larger amplitude. Can you see now I'm applying, I'm just switching on few more engines so that it speeds up.
Yes, sir.
You can see now you
Ramping
have,
up.
these are all time response. Initially
Yes,
you
sir.
gave for the same system, you applied a step input, then you are applying a ramp,
Ramp.
then once it attains some speed, now you want to accelerate. Now you are applying a parabola.
Exponential.
So you have for the same system a step input being applied, a ramp being applied, and a
A
parabolic type
parabolic.
of input is being applied. So for all
Yes,
these
sir.
type of inputs, this system should have zero error. What do you mean by zero error? Because when I've seen that when the rockets are launched, so they have a predefined path. They have a predefined path.
Yes, sir.
So maybe
Should go like that.
for every second it will keep blinking. It will keep blinking. So what does that keep
Yes, sir.
blinking is? So what is the actual path? What is the expected path? If it is exactly falling on line, then we'll say that there is no error. There is no
Yes.
steady state error because steady state means it has already reached that particular state. So you
Yes,
need
sir.
not have to wait till infinite time because it has already crossed that point. Then the steady state error is zero. Steady state error is
Yes.
zero. So suppose because how can you able to predict this is because you know the transfer function of this rocket because this rocket is made out of small building blocks. So
Yes, sir.
we have seen in the initial classes that if you have a complicated block diagram, something like this. So where is that?
Can break it
Yes.
down.
So this is a block diagram of certain elements of a rocket. Then you end up with the
Yes,
final
sir.
transfer function. So for this
Yes,
time,
sir.
for this final transfer function, you have C of t is equal to Laplace inverse of this input multiplied by the transfer function.
Yes, sir.
So since this transfer function is defined by small blocks which consists of so many mechanical elements, it can be a mass, it can be a spring constant, it can be a friction, so many things. So all those things matter to form this transfer function, and for a given input, what is the response of that? Suppose if the response is not falling within your range, then you say there is an error. Then you say there is an error. So let us try to understand how do we estimate the steady state error of a system for these type of inputs. For these type
Yes,
of
sir.
inputs. Input can be, so these are all called standard inputs. So what are the standard inputs we have?
Unit impulse or ramp
Of
or
course, impulse will just take it out because we may not give impulse as a standard test input for this because such a system you cannot give infinite similarly small and you cannot just give magnitude of 1 at equal to 0 and at other places it is 0. This is not a practical input. This is not a
yes, sir.
practical input. So the practical inputs are this step input
Step
of magnitude 1, then you can just
ramp,
impose this is with respect to time, this is ramp input of,
hyperbolic,
then
parabolic.
you have a parabolic. So
Yes,
these are
sir.
all the standard input that you are looking at. So for these standard inputs, how does the system behaves? How does the
Behave.
system behaves? Okay, now we will just consider a system having a unity feedback. So let me just consider this is my unity feedback system. So unity feedback means okay, entire thing is fed back. So this is my RFS, this is my EFS, error signal, and this is CFS. Am I correct? Because
Yes,
EFS happens to be the error. So error between the feedback signal and the input signal. So how can I write? Shall I write EFS as equal to RFS minus BFS, the feedback
yes,
signal?
sir.
So shall I write RFS? This BFS is it nothing but CFS because of unity feedback?
Yes, sir.
Then can I write this further as EFS into GFS? GFS is a power transfer function.
Yes,
Is
sir.
this EFS? So finally, can I write EFS as equal to? Of course, can just take this outside and then onto left hand side. Can I write it as 1 plus GFS?
Yes, sir.
Suppose since it is unity feedback system, can I write the EFS as equal to RFS divided by 1 plus GFS into HFS, where HFS is equal to 1.
Yes, sir. No, possible.
So this is EFS. So what is this EFS?
The error signals.
It
The error
is
in the.
Laplace of the error signal.
Yes, sir.
Correct? So we shall define one parameter which is nothing but so shall I say what is ESS? ESS stands for steady state
State error.
error.
Yes, sir.
Steady state error. shall I define steady state error as equal to this is E of t as t tending to infinity?
Yes, sir.
What is E of t? E of t is the error signal.
Error. Yes, sir.
Because you are looking at steady state error, so this, when you say steady state, it is t tending to infinity.
Yes, sir.
E of t is the error. E of t is the error, as if t tends to infinity, then this becomes ESS. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So ESS is nothing but steady state error is nothing but E of t with t tending to infinity. So you may be knowing that in your Laplace transformation using final value theorem, can I write this as limit of E of t tending to infinity? Can I write it as S into E of s with s tending to 0?
Yes, sir. Exactly.
This
Yes, sir.
is equivalent. This is equivalent because
Both
you
are
know
equal.
what is Laplace of your error signal. S into E of s with s tending to 0 as the limit will going to give you what is ESS. What is ESS? So shall I now write the steady state error as equal to limit of S into R of s by 1 plus G of s into H of s with limit s tending to 0? Because I am simply writing what is EFS is. EFS nothing
Yes,
but
sir. You can
RFS by
write.
1 plus GFS into HFS. So now with this expression of ESS, what is ESS now? Steady state error
Error. Yes, sir.
is nothing but limit of s tending to
S
0
and to 0.
s into R of
R
s
of.
by 1 plus GFS into HFS.
Yes, sir.
Correct? This is for
Yes,
unity
sir.
feedback system. Now, what is the significance of this is you can predict the steady state error if you know the transfer function and if you know the type of input.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if this ESS becomes 0, then what does it mean? There is no error as t tends to infinity.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you have some error, then you may have to.
It will not end up.
Of course, you'll end up with a non-zero value. How to make it 0? You can tweak your transfer function so that you can get it to 0.
Yes, sir.
So here itself, suppose assume that this is your expected path. If your actual path is here, if your actual position is here, then what you should do? You cannot change the input. Because one possibility is that you can change the slope of this parabola, which may reduce the error. That is one possibility. Or
Yes, sir.
if you want to retain the same speed, then you may have to change the transfer function itself so that it comes closer to it, so that error is minimized.
Yes, sir.
Meaning to say, this gives a very clear idea to the designer to choose the transfer function or to choose the input so that my steady state error is 0. My steady state error is 0. So now with this steady state error as the expression, let us look at systems. So what are different type of systems we have? So I think we know what you mean by order of the system. What is the order of a system? How do we define order of a system? We know it's a first order system, second order system, we know third order system.
Yes, sir.
It is nothing but CFS by RFS. Whatever is the highest order of S in the denominator, which is nothing but highest or the number of poles happens to be the order of the system. Correct?
Exactly.
Shall I say this is number of poles? Because number of poles doesn't change from open loop transfer function to closed loop transfer function. Only the position will change.
Yes, sir.
So number of poles will say what is the order of the system. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And we'll just define one more parameter for a system. We will say type of a system.
Yes.
Type of a system. In this type of a system, how do we define this type is, you take GFS into HFS. What is GFS into HFS? This is an open loop transfer function.
Yes, sir.
Now, in this open loop transfer function, assume that you have transfer function something like this: s plus 1, s plus 2. See, now this is open loop transfer function. You
Yes,
consider
sir.
this as first transfer function. You have GFS into HFS, which is 1 over s into s plus 1, s plus 2. You consider the third one, GFS into HFS is equal to 1 over s square into s plus 1, s plus 2. See,
Yes,
now,
sir.
what is the difference between 1, 2, 3 expressions?
The number of poles, sir.
Number of poles are 2, 3, 4.
4.
Have a close look at their position. You have pole at -1, -2. You have pole at origin, -1, -2. You have two poles at the origin and -1, -2.
-1 and -2. Yes, sir.
So now we define type of a system. Type of a system. The definition of type of a system is number of open loop poles at the origin. Define what is the type of a number.
Okay, yes, sir.
So how many open loop poles are there at the origin here?
0, sir.
0. So this is type 0 system. So this is called as type 0 system because you don't have any 0 at the origin for open loop transfer function. You have
Yes,
one pole at the origin. You call it as type 1. This is type 2. So what is the order here? Order is 2, type is 0. Order is 3, type is 1. Order is 4, type is 2.
Type is 2. Yes, sir.
So type number is, how do you define type? This defines
The number of poles at 0.
number of open loop poles.
Yes, sir.
Open loop poles at the origin.
Yes,
This is
sir.
very important. So this should be GFS into HFS, and the number of open loop poles you have at the origin is a type number. Is a type number. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So what we'll do now, we will take type 0 system. You apply a step input, ramp input, parabol. Take a type 1 system, apply ramp, step and parabola. See what is ESS. You take again type 2 system, apply what? Step input, parabola and
Ramp input and parabol.
the ramp input. So this is the table what we are supposed to fill in now. So in this table, what I have is, this is the input and this is the type. Correct? What is type now? So type 0, you have type 1, you have type 2.
Yes, sir.
You have 3 types of system and you have a step input, you have
Ramp.
a ramp input, you have a parabol.
Parabol.
You are looking at what is ESS. That is, if you have a type 0 system, if you apply something like this, what is the error? Is the error 0? Is the error finite? Is the error infinite? So
Yes, sir.
we need to know what is the steady state error for this type of input, this type and this type of input, this type number 2 for these type of input. What is the error? What is the error?
Yes, sir.
So now this is a standard type of a system, standard inputs. We are predicting what is the error. We are predicting what is the error. So we just go back to that ESS expression. What was the ESS expression? ESS was
yes, limit as s tends to
limit
0.
of s tends to 0, s
S
into
into
R of
RFS
s
by
by 1 plus
1 plus
G of s.
G of
into
s into
HFS. Okay, HFS is, since it is 1, let us take it as
1.
GFS. Okay, let us try to find out what is RFS for a step input. So this is T, this is 1. What is RFS for a step input? Is it not 1 over s?
Yes, sir.
For a ramp input, is RFS is equal to 1 over s square.
Yes, sir.
For this parabola, what is that?
But
What is that? Is it 2 by s cube? Hello. Are these are the inputs for, are these are the expressions for different type of inputs? Am I correct? So here you have it as
Yes,
what is
sir.
actually R of t for this? R of t is u of t, R of t is t, R of t is t square.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
So instead of taking it as t square as the R of t, if I take R of t is equal to t square by 2, then what is R of s?
Only s, 1 by s square.
Is it 1 over s cube?
Yes, sir.
So this
T square.
is, now
Hmm.
instead of taking it as t square, let us take R of t as t square by 2, so that my R of s is 1 over s cube.
Yes, sir.
So we are taking the standard inputs as step input with u of t, unit step input, and we are taking a ramp which is R of t is equal to t. And for the parabola, just for making it as 1 over s cube, we are taking it as t square by 2. If you take t square, it will be 2 by s cube.
Yes, sir.
So now to just make sure that it is 1 over s cube, let us take it as t square by 2 as R of t.
Yes, sir.
Correct? So now let us try to find out what is ESS for type 0 system, and R of t is equal to u of t, which results in R of s is equal to 1 over s.
Yes, sir.
Correct? So whenever you say type 0, it can be of any order.
Yes, sir.
Here you can see I have written only 2 poles. You can write 2 more, or
N number.
you can write n number. It can be even 1 also.
Yes, sir.
So do you have something like this now? So shall I write it as ESS as limit of s tending to 0, s into, what is this R of s? It is 1 over s divided
No,
by 1 plus,
1
is it like, okay, s plus a, s plus b, so on so?
Yes, sir.
So does this cancel out?
Yes, sir.
So if s is tending to 0, do you end up with this as a finite value?
Yes, sir.
Of course, that depends on the values of a, b, c.
Yes, sir. Always.
Correct? Because this will not be neither 0 nor infinite, but it will be finite. Of course, substitute, okay, assume that this is 1, 2, will you end up with 1 plus 2, which is a finite
Yes, sir.
number? So now, for a type 0 system, if the input is step input, shall I say it will end up with a finite error?
Yes, sir.
So shall I fill this table with finite as the value?
That's enough. Yes, sir. It will end up friendly.
So we are done with ESS of type 0
0.
system with step input.
Yes,
So
sir.
let us still take type 0. Let us take R of t is equal to t, which is 1 over s cube R of s. Sorry, s square.
Yes, sir.
Are you now ending with ESS is equal to limit of s tending to 0, s into 1 over s square divided by 1 plus s plus a into s plus b?
Yes, sir.
So does this go with this square? Do
Yes,
you now end up with 1 over s into 1 plus s plus a, s plus b, something like that?
Yes, sir. It will tend to infinity.
If you make this s tending to 0,
Yes, sir.
s tending to 0, so what will happen to this?
It will tend to infinity. I mean,
Does this tend to
become
infinity?
yes, sir.
So now, this will tend to infinity. So before that, okay, let me just, what do you have now? ESS for a type 0 system for a ramp input is ESS infinity.
Yes, sir.
Will it become like, okay, infinite
Infinite.
here? Will it like become infinite?
Yes, sir.
That is type 0 here.
Yes, sir.
The implication of this is, it's like, okay, having something like this. Assume that you have this as your input, this is your input, And if it is a type 0 system, if you apply something like this, it goes this way. This is the
Yes, sir.
output, this is the actual output, this is the input. Because we know that the output has to be somewhere close to this.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if the output is coming exactly on the same line, what is the error? 0.
Yes, sir.
If the output is something like this, what is the error? You have some finite error.
Some finite error. Yes, sir.
If this is the output, as t is tending to infinity, this is going this way, this is going this way. How much is the error
Yes,
from
sir.
this to this?
To be infinite, sir.
That's what is this mean. That's what is this mean. You are
Yes,
expecting
sir.
the output to be here, but the output is somewhere else. That's
Yes,
what
sir.
you mean by an infinite error over here. Infinite error. Now, suppose if you just continue
T square
with
by 2.
this. Okay, now what is type? Okay, type 0. Type 0 r of t is equal to t square by 2. Is it actually r of s is equal to 1 over s cube?
Yes, sir.
So now,
Same to that one.
do we end up with ESS is equal to limit of s tending to 0, s into 1 over s cube, and then what is this? We want s plus, sorry, s into 1 plus s plus a, s plus b. Am I correct? Sorry,
Yes, sir.
there is no s.
X
So
is second extra.
will it become like, okay, limit of s tending to 0,
Yes,
1
sir.
over s square, 1 plus s plus a,
It was.
s plus b, so on so.
Yes, sir.
If you further expand this, will it become limit of s tending to 0, 1 over s square plus s square into s plus a, s plus b, so on so.
Yes, sir.
If you apply the limit of s tending to 0, does this become 1 over 0 plus, is this also 0?
0. It's an infinity again.
Then what is this? Is it infinite?
Yes, sir.
In this case, what was happening?
It was tending to infinity.
It was also, of course, if I just slightly expand this, will I write it as limit of s tending to 0, s plus s into s plus a, s plus b?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So here it is s square into so and so. Done?
Yes, sir.
Is it infinity? So it's
Yes,
infinity.
sir.
Okay, what do we understand from this part of the table?
If we provide a step input, we will end up with a finite error, which can be rectifiable. But we give ramp or any other, other signal, it will definitely end up with infinite error, which cannot be rectified.
So understanding of this particular statement is, if you want to have a finite error for
Yes,
a type 0 system, you have to apply only a step input.
Yes, sir.
If at all, if you have a type 0 system, if you by mistake apply a ramp input or a parabolic input, you will going to end up with an infinite error. Meaning, you want the rocket to go one side, but it is going the other way.
Yes, sir.
It's going the other way. So that's what is the exact meaning of this.
Yes, sir.
If you can just carefully look at these three things, see here, what did we do here? So when we actually applied this limit of s tending to 0, so since this s and s just goes out, so does the limit is applied to only the denominator?
Yes, sir.
Because there is nothing in the numerator. Can you see now? The limit is applied to, because when you apply limit tending to 0, does this become 0?
Yes, sir.
So are you applying the limit to only this?
Portion. Yes, sir.
How about here? Are you applying the limit to only this? Because when you apply that s tending to 0, this will certainly go to 0. Then depending on the value of a and b, of course this may also go to 0, but you have to apply the limit and see. So what we'll do now is, so do we have it as limit of s tending to 0, 1 plus
Yes,
g of s into h of s?
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Is this actually g of s into h of s?
Yes, sir.
And over here, shall I write this as limit of s tending to 0, s into g of s into h of s?
Yes, sir.
See, there is s here. And coming to this, is it actually limit of s tending to 0,
square.
s square into GFS into HFS?
Yes, sir.
These are all called as error constants. Error constants. So this I'll call it as Kp, this I'll call it as Kv, this I'll call it as Ka.
Yes, sir.
Step error constant, velocity error constant, acceleration error constant. P stands for position error constant.
Yes,
This
sir.
is Kp stands for position error constant, velocity error constant. This is acceleration because parabola is like acceleration.
Yes, sir.
Acceleration error constant. This is velocity error constant. This is the position error constant. So we have terms called as Kp, Kv, Ka. What is Kp? Limit of s tending to 0, GFS into HFS. This is limit of s tending to 0, s into GFS into HFS. This is limit of s tending to 0, s square into GFS
1.
into HFS.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, here it is 1 plus. There's a 1 plus. Can you see here? There is 1 plus.
Yes, sir. It's multiplied.
So, shall I see now? ES is for a step input. ES is for a step input. Can I write it as, okay, let me just, let me say, because when I apply limit of s tending to 0, since it is 1, you cannot apply the limit of s tending to 0. Shall I say this, okay, this is, okay, limit of s tending to 0, GFS into HFS only. There is no 1, because 1 is independent of s there. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Because in that term 1, so there is no s involved. So there is no point in applying that limit of s tending to 0 to this constant term. So I'll be applying the limit of s tending to 0 to this. So what is Kp now? Kp is actually equal to limit of s tending to 0, GFS into HFS.
Yes,
Shall
sir.
I now write ESS is equal to 1 over 1 plus Kp?
Yes, sir.
Because what is actually the expression? Is the expression, because this s and s will go off, will you end up with 1 plus limit of s tending to 0 and this Coulomb transfer function?
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Because that limit of s tending to 0 of this transfer function is nothing but Kp.
Yes, sir.
So I will write it as this. So for unit ramp, shall I write ESS is equal to 1 over Kv?
Yes, sir.
For this is just with time. ESS for what? A parabolic
The
input.
parabolic.
Shall I write it as 1 over Ka?
Yes, sir.
This is the ESS expression for any type. For any type.
Yes, sir.
So we have just seen it for type 0. So let me take a system something like this: s plus 2, s plus 6 as your GFS into HFS. Can you find what is Kp now?
Yes, sir.
How do you find Kp? It is limit of
limit of
what?
s tending to 0.
1 over 2, okay, s tending to 0, 2 plus s and s plus 6. Is it actually equal to limit of, okay, is it actually 1 over 12?
Yes, sir.
So then what is ESS? Is it 1 over 1 plus Kp? Kp is 1 over 12.
Yes, sir.
So are you having a finite value?
Yes, sir.
Correct? How about Kv? Kv for this?
It's only 12, right, sir?
No, Kv is what? Limit of s tending to 0, s into GFS into HFS. That's what this Kv is.
Yes, sir.
So do you now have limit of s tending to 0,
0.
s into 1 over s plus 2, s plus 3 or s plus 6?
Yes, sir.
If you apply the limit, does this become 0 by something?
Some 12, sir. Yes, sir.
No, 0 by something is 0 now.
Yes, sir.
Is the value of kV 0?
Yes, sir.
If the value of kV is 0, then what is ESS?
Infinite, sir.
Infinite. That's what we found here.
Yes, sir.
Meaning, for a type 0 system, if you apply a ramp input, you have to look at what is kV. That
Yes,
kV
sir.
is 0. If that kV is 0, then ESS is 1 over kV.
Yes, sir.
So that's why it is infinity, is what we got earlier also.
Yes, sir.
So it is not very difficult. Given the type of input, what is ESS? If the type of input is step input, this is the expression 1
Yes, sir.
over 1 plus Kp. What is the expression for Kp? It is limit of s tending to 0, GFS into HFS. If the input is a ramp, the error signal or the steady state error is 1 over Kv. What is the expression for Kv? It is this.
Yes, sir.
Then, if the input is parabola, what is the error? It is 1 over Ka. Expression for
Yes.
Ka, it is this.
S square
It is this. Now let us consider a type 1 system. So shall we consider GFS into HFS as equal to 100 divided by S into S plus 1. What is the type number?
So type 1, sir.
Type is 1.
No, 1.
Then
1, 0.
for this, if I apply step input, R of t is equal to U of t. What is ESS? Because the step input, it is 1 over 1 plus Kp.
Yes, sir.
As I said here, if you are finding steady state error for any given system for a step input, it is 1 over 1 plus Kp.
Yes, sir.
If it is a ramp input, the steady state error is 1 over Kp. Now,
Yes, sir. Limit as s tends to 0.
What is Kp now? Kp
Limit
is
as
actually limit of s tending to 0, GFS
1
into
by-
HFS. No, there's no 1 by. Just GFS into HFS.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
This is the expression. Kp is nothing but limit of s tending to 0, GFS into HFS. For Kv, it is limit of s tending to 0, s into GFS into HFS. For Ka,
Yes.
it is s square into GFS into HFS.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
So now, what is this now? It is
0.
limit of s tending to 0, 100 divided by s into s plus 1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So, what is when s is tending to 0, will it become infinite?
Yes, sir.
Now you put the
100.
s. So, it will become infinite because it is 100 by 0.
Yes,
So,
sir.
then what is ESS? Is it equal to 1 plus
1 by 1
1
plus
plus infinity? Is it actually 0?
Yes, sir. We have 0 error.
Meaning, for a type 1 system, if you apply step input, it will end up with 0 error.
Yes, sir.
So, it is better to have a type 1 system rather than a type 0 system.
Yes, sir. We have stability.
Because you had a finite error. You had a finite error for a step input for type 0. Now for
Yes,
type
sir.
1, this you have a 0 error. 0 what error? Steady state error. Meaning
Yes,
you expected the rocket to be there in that position. It is exactly
Okay.
there in that position because you have a type 1 system and you applied
Yes, sir.
something like this type of step input. Okay.
Yes,
Now for the same transfer function, you apply a ramp input.
Yes, sir. That will be
Then what is ESS? 1 over kV.
kV. Yes, sir.
Because you have to consider the error constant corresponding to step input, which is 1 over kV.
Yes, sir.
So what is kV? It is
It is
limit
S
of
into
s tending to 0, s into GFS into
GFS.
HFS. What is
Yes,
this? S into what is? Okay, this is limit
Yes,
of
100
s
by
to 0, 100 by s into s plus 1. If you apply
Yes, sir.
that s tending to 0, this s and s will go up.
Finite error.
Will it become 100 now?
Yes, sir.
This is what KV. But what is ESS? ESS is 1 by 100, which is
Finite error.
0.01. So shall I say this has got finite? You can see now, type 1 ramp input finite.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, if I apply a parabolic input now,
Limit of K is 1 by Ka.
ES is 1 over Ka, then this is Ka is limit of S tending to 0, S square into GFS into HFS.
Yes, sir.
Then this is limit of S tending to 0, S square into 100 divided by S into S plus 1. Will
Yes,
it
sir.
actually become 0?
0, yes, sir.
So then what is ESS?
Infinite, sir.
ESS will become infinite. So go back here and put it as infinite.
Okay, video is stuck, sir.
Okay.
Type 3. We have 100 by yes, sir.
See now it is Ka is 0, Ka is 0, but the error is infinite. So you have infinite error.
Yes, sir.
If you do it on the same lines for a type 2 system where you have s square in the denominator, this will be 0, this will be 0, you will have
infinite. Yes, sir.
So what is the summary of this?
Type 2 system is better too.
Type 2 system will have 0 error for both step input as well as the ramp input, and it will have finite error for a parabolic input.
Yes, sir.
So it is always better to have a higher type number irrespective of the order, so that your finite steady state, your steady state error is 0. Steady state error is 0 for any of the standard inputs.
Yes, sir.
So what we are trying to understand is, one thing is what is the transient response in terms of rise time, peak time, overshoot, and settling time. After that, we are also looking into what is the steady state error as t tends to infinity. So we have 3 different standard inputs: step, parabola, and a unit ramp. So for those, we have the expression for the steady state error depending on the type of input you have. For a ramp, you have 1 over kV. For a parabola, 1 over Ka. For a step input, it is 1 over 1 plus Kp.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Of course, we know what is Ka, Kp, Kvs. So these are all position error constant, velocity error constant, acceleration error constant. So these are all constants. Steady state errors are exactly 1 over Kv, 1 over Ka, and 1 over 1 plus Kp, depending on the type of input you have. So we are actually trying to get here. This was a type 0 system. Where is that? This is S plus A, S plus B is a type 0 system. We found that error was becoming finite. So error was becoming finite for type 0, and it was infinite for ramp and parabolic input. And of course, you can certainly do it for type 2 system. So can somebody give me a type 2 system?
100 by S square into S plus 1.
GFS into HFS is equal to 100 by S square into S plus 1, S plus 2. This is a type 2 system.
Yes, sir.
Type 2 system. So what is for a step input, for a ramp, and a parabola. So what is now here? You're looking at ESS, ESS, and ESS. What is ESS for a step input? These are all with respect to time. What is this ESS?
It was 0, okay.
This is 1 over
kV. 1 over kV.
What is now Kp? Limit of S tending to 0, GFS into HFS.
Yes, sir.
This will become equal to 100 by 0, 1, 2, which is equal to infinity.
Yes, sir.
This is what Kp. This is what is Kp is. Then what is ESS? This will become 1 plus 1 over infinity. This will become 0.
Yes, sir.
This is 0. Similarly here, what is Kb? Limit of
Yes,
s tending to 0, s into g of s into h of s. It is now limit of s tending to 0, 100 into s by s square into s plus 1, s plus 2. This will go off. This will again end up with infinity.
Yes, sir.
So then this is 1 over infinity, it is C. Kv is
Yes,
infinity,
sir.
but ESS is 0. That's what we wrote here.
Exactly. Yes,
For
sir.
type 2 system, for step on this, it is 0, 0. But for ramp input, it is limit of, when I say ramp input, R of t is equal to t square by 2. T square
Yes,
by
sir.
2. Limit of s tending to 0, s square into g of s into h of s. This is limit of s tending to 0, 100 s square by s square into s plus 1, s plus 2. This square will go with this. When you apply that limit, will it become 100 by 2 is equal to 50?
Yes, sir.
So is your ESS is 1 by 50,
Yes, sir.
0.02. This is
Exactly.
the
Yes, sir.
error. This is the error. You have a finite error. You have a finite error for a type 2 system for a parabolic input.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
So this is one more concept of trying to understand the time response of a system. So a system which is having a certain transfer function need not have only this type of input. Assume that for this system I have a R of t which is 10 plus 3t plus 4t square.
Yes,
This is
sir.
the input that I have applied. I am looking at what is ESS. What is ESS?
Yes,
So
sir.
in such case, it is 10 by 1 plus Kp plus 3, because can I say it as into 1?
Yes, sir.
Because if you consider this
It
as
is
into
0.
1, this is like okay, u of t.
Yes, sir.
So for u of t, you know that it is 1 over 1 plus Kp. This
Yes,
10
sir.
is multiplication. So shall I write it as 3 into t?
3 by.
3
Yes,
is
sir.
a
3 by
constant.
kg.
For t, it is 1 over kV.
Yes, sir.
So shall I make it as divide by 2 multiplied by 2?
Yes, sir.
Shall I
8 by
now
kg.
write it as 8 by 1 over Ka?
Yes, sir.
So does this, for this particular system, is it actually 0?
Yes, sir.
Because Kp is infinity. Is it
Yes,
is
sir.
0?
Yes, sir.
How about this? Is it
Finite value.
8 into 0.02? Is it not
Yes, sir. 0.16.
0.16? This is the
Yes,
error.
sir.
This is the error.
Okay. Yes, sir.
This is how we can do it.
Yes, sir.
Let me again repeat. This is your R of t. For this system, we are asked to find out what is ESS, because this input has got, sorry, this system has got both the three, okay, all three inputs. So it
Yes,
is
sir.
10, okay, 10 units of step input, 3 units of unit ramp, and 8 into t square by 2, because whatever 1 over Ka that we obtained is for actually t square by 2. You have to
Yes,
convert
sir.
this, okay, 4t square into 8t square by 2, so that I can write 1 over Ka as the expression for error, and then this is 8 is a multiplication factor. We know what
Yes,
is
sir.
Kp, Kvs, which are infinity, so it will end up with 0 plus 0, and you have a finite error for this. 1 over K is nothing but 0.02. Then you end up with this as the final error for this system for all these three inputs.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll see such type of problems on steady state as well as the transient. Of course, we are not done any transient error, transient response problems. Now, since we know what is the steady state as well as transient response, so we will solve few problems and try to understand their implications in the real situation.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. If you are all through with what is steady state error, let me know from you people. Are you all satisfied with this, or do you have any issues in understanding this? Let me know from your chat box response.